Today, International Banker is joined by Mr. Dowlat Parbhu, Chief Executive Officer of Demerara Bank, to discuss the bank's achievements and future goals, its investment in customer relationship management, and commitment to social responsibility. Dowlat, really good to meet you. Now, you've attributed the bank's astonishing feat of maintaining zero non-performing loans, NPLs, for 2 consecutive years, 22 and 23, largely due to the effectiveness and quality of the bank's internal lending process. What are some of these processes, and how has the bank optimized them to such an impressive standard?
Good morning, Simon. Thank you for having me, firstly. The bank's journey has been knowing the market, knowing the people, and lending itself comes with some basic tenets, one of which transparency and skills. We have developed a very good pool of people that are able to quickly assess. Also, Ghana is a very small market. We know everybody. We know who to lend to. And that has allowed us to be able to maintain such astonishing feat. Our lending goes through a process, and we believe that a process dictates the outcome, whether to lend or not. And if there is any circumvention of that process, that is when you will have events of mistakes. That is when a loan could be badly evaluated. And we felt that to maintain transparency, to maintain a sustainable economy, that we lend in that method that has helped businesses to grow. Because it's not just lending, it is lending in a sustainable way. It is lending and advising the clients that, listen, this might be a better structure or a better approach. Could you refine your proposal? And we've seen that has helped us tremendously. It is a feat that haven't checked globally, that haven't seen any bank being able to achieve zero non-performing loans. This is also very precedent because the public could say, listen, we can maintain zero non-performing loans. We don't just lend, we just keep a very risk-free portfolio. Our lending has been in all sectors of Guyana. Our growth in lending for the last 3 years was 103%, which far outpaced the local banking sector. So it's not a fact that we're not lending. We are lending aggressively, prudently, and maintaining these policies in lending.
Thinking about these processes, through your digital transformation partnership with Salesforce, you're looking to kind of leverage their tools and capabilities to streamline processes, enhance customer satisfaction, and adapt to the evolving financial landscape. What are some of those tools and capabilities that you expect to be the most significant and useful for you in the bank?
So historically, banking has remained fairly manual in Guyana. Service of, obviously, when volume of people come into the banking service, that time in getting a transaction completed, whether it's to open an account or process a loan, becomes a time-consuming process because of the volume, because of the paperwork, because of the manual process. And we feel that digitization has to happen. Now, some of the most important things that customers can do from an everyday banking transaction, they can open an account remotely, sitting at their home, at their own convenience, to be able to open an account. And that can be done internally. So the process, even if a customer comes in the bank, it takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because there is so much systems, there's so much paperwork. As an institution, you have certain regulations you need to conform to, whether it's local or international. And we'll be able to develop and automate that process, that within 1 minute, that an account can be generated, a process that was prior 20 minutes. Similarly, with any loans, we were able to automate that process and not just approve a loan, but to give the contractual documentations the very minute to the customer. Apart from that, we'll be able to move money instantaneously, whether locally, internationally, and also create mechanism for retail remittances to Guyana.
Now, the bank recently made a sizable investment in a customer relationship management system, CRM. What are some of the most significant features of this system, and what does it allow the bank to achieve that was impossible before?
So CRM means customer relationship management. And as a service industry, we have to serve our customers and try to find a way to efficiently serve our customers. This includes evolving with technology. digital transformation has been quite slow in the market. The bank has seen a growing economy. Guyana has found oil. The mode of development is far surpassing what you see in a normal developing country. Guyana's GDP is surpassing 30%. The bank's growth is surpassing 30% yearly. And to efficiently serve our customers, we saw that digital technology has to be part of our strategy. We have contracted Salesforce, which is the #1 CRM company in the world. This has allowed us to integrate all our backend systems. This has allowed us to have one simplified interface for our customers. This will improve our efficiency, such as opening of accounts, when to approve a loan, customers being able to quickly notify if there's updated documentations required. Basically, we can take a 20-minute, 30-minute process to within 5 minutes now. In addition to that, it offers a whole host of integrated payment features, whether it's the moving money locally, internationally, or creating mechanisms for retail remittance to Guyana.
Now, you've mentioned the kind of relationship that you develop because you know everybody. Well, not personally probably, but there's that kind of trust thing in terms of that. What's the bank's single most significant strategy to maximize its customer-centric business model and maintain those long-term relationships with customers? And why do you believe that this strategy so effectively generates customer satisfaction?
So in your question, you answered my question. The word is trust. If we're able to create a market where customers sees the bank not as an institution, but as a family that we're able to go to, explain our problems, and be able to get a solution. The bank has been able to create that trust, that reputation in the market, that we're able to offer that assistance, whether it is for the larger corporate or whether it is socially. We have devised and created many programs that to help the vulnerable in society. Being a private indigenous bank and the only indigenous bank in Guyana, the bank was founded on the mode where we're here to help private sector, we're here to develop the economy, we're able to get people out of poverty. And that has remained our goal, and that will remain our goal in the future, that we're seen by the public as an institution there to help, and we're there and we understand the market. Being a local bank gives you not a disadvantage, but gives you a tremendous advantage of knowing the people and be able to craft products and services that fits their pocket, that fits their needs.
And how does the bank seek to expand its financial services footprint to the unbanked and underbanked segments of Guyana's population?
So over the last few years, we have been evaluating the market. So Guyana's population is mostly centered around the coastline. And the bank over the last year has been looking at where are the most populated areas. We have recently opened 2 branches over the last 2 years, and those serve maybe 30% of Guyanese population, where it remained prior to us being there an unbanked area. And most of Guyana economy, a larger part, especially in the country, depends on agriculture. So being able to have locations there, being able to craft products and services to serve those industries is quite important for us. In addition to that, we see our vision in digitization, in going and partnering, collaborating with other local partners, such as maybe the internet service providers, and where we can provide digital banking options to the smaller areas. We feel that every Guyanese deserves the right to have banking facilities wherever you may be in Guyana. It is our vision that we want to bring those services, whether in a traditional brick-and-mortar location or through digital banking.
The bank's position as the largest lender to Guyana's agricultural sector can be partly explained by your strategic investments in supporting the sector's development. And you recognise in that, I suppose, the critical role in the economy and food security that it plays. What have been some of the most impactful of these investments, and what's this financial support achieved for the sector that was previously impossible?
So Guyana is a major agricultural-based economy. Prior to oil, agriculture, mining, forestry played a substantial role in our GDP. Demerara Bank, being an indigenous bank integrated with society, has made it part of our policy that we will support and continue to support the agricultural sector. We are the largest lender in agriculture. Our lending is more than 60% of the industry's lending, particularly in the areas of rice. We have crafted policies along with support from government in lending in both rice, in the fishing industry, and also in the forestry industry. We have also recently launched a poultry lending scheme which gives concessional lending to poultry farmers within Guyana. We have also launched a program that saw 300 farmers benefiting from concessional loans over 2 years ago. This has allowed them to improve their yield, improve and manage their inputs, being able to negotiate better prices, and they have also have sufficient working capital up front to be able to go back into the crop when it's required.
Do you believe that the bank's support of Guyana's agricultural sector has materially boosted the country's rural development? And if so, what is the most visible improvement that you've observed?
It is quite an important question, and we have seen that in the data. When we see farmers over the years that they were struggling to make ends meet, and it's quite a difficult situation, we saw that it was quite a needed opportunity that for us to improve the pricing and costs and availability of financing. This we have seen directly with farmers now being able to invest without lending into the sector. They're adding new machinery every year. They're able to expand their social living, whether it's to expand their house, whether it's to buy a car or buy new houses. So we have seen that direct margin benefit in their social life.
Now, we focused on customers and the trust that you built with them, but let's turn to your own people. You've invested significantly in comprehensive training programs for your employees. What are some of the key goals of these training programs?
The key goal is to build a very standard talent pool, but also to give the opportunities of our people to specialize in key areas. Some of the areas which are quite important is our investment and our credit talent. Digitization will bring a whole host of opportunities, but we need people. Our human resource is one of our most prized assets, and we have programs that to help improve their lives, to help improve their social status, and to help to improve their knowledge base within the bank. We see that given opportunities, especially to the younger people within the sector, and I must say that the bank itself, our executive team, are a group of young people. It is an opportunity that we have been given at a very early age, and we would like to give the next generation that opportunity. So we are creating a team of investment bankers, we're creating a team of corporate retail credit, specializing whether in sectorial lending, and improving that analysis so we can maintain that zero non-performing loans.
And let's just come back to the kind of technology side of it too, because you've talked about how important digital innovation is. Have you got the staff with the ability to really adapt to that? Because it's so quick, it's so fast, there's so many things going on. Have you got the folks around to help you with that?
So an important aspect, before we started this journey, we thought it best to get everybody on board. That let them see that if you're doing maybe 30 minutes worth of work, you can achieve that in 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And our team bought into that. Our team saw the benefit. They were part of crafting the features. They were part of crafting the business flow into what the end product would look like. And I must say that our team is excited to have this digitization as part of our strategy, as part of our future growth, and they've embraced it. Usually you have quite resistance in any institution where you introduce new technology. It could be difficult, it is not what they're used to, but we have shown one main benefit is that your work will reduce. The time taken, the redundancy in process has been reduced, and we have acceptance, and we have built it in such a way that is so user-friendly that while we were testing it, somebody who has never seen the system was able to navigate it without any issues.
Right. So they didn't need somebody to show them how to do it. It was
intuitive.
Any
training, yes.
Okay. So bank's highly regarded in the local market for its unwavering commitment to social responsibility. Do you believe being an indigenous financial institution gives you an advantage in this area, especially regarding a deeper community engagement and greater potential to onboard new customers?
Absolutely. By being an indigenous bank, we know the market. We know where the unbanked area is. We know what are the needs of the customers. And knowing that, we will be able to craft different policies. We take a vision which can be global, but we customize it to a local concept. Our social program are quite important because we see that it is an important aspect that we need to give back to community. And that has been a focus where we have been giving back over the years, but we've changed our focus to give back on a sustainable basis. And let me explain what I mean by that. The bank is launching and will be launching during this year a series of sustainable programs. We help persons directly. So one of which is we're starting an organic farming project where the bank will be building an organic greenhouse, a series of organic greenhouse at its location. This, we will have a team that will practice organic farming. Whatever produce out of this farm, we will give and donate weekly to vulnerable sectors of society. Additionally, we will invite participants to come and teach them this new technology in farming, and then the bank will grant them a concessional loan to go and replicate this at their own home or their own farm, so that they now can be part of this process of sustainable growing, sustainable living, and be able to contribute to the agenda of the country, which is to reduce our food import by 25%. Addition to that, there is a series of new initiatives, which I won't reveal yet, but these are on the same mood where we create sustainable partnership to help bring persons out of poverty. We don't just see giving a basket as something sustainable, but we would like to give you the opportunity so you replicate it yourself.
On the sustainability front, I understand that you recently transformed your corporate office into Guyana's first fully solar-powered commercial institution and converted 5 locations to full solar energy. What have been some of the key benefits resulting from this transformation?
Number one, the cost saving. Guyana is right now, the cost of electricity is one of the highest in the world. It's around 33 US cents per kilowatt hour. When we look at the cost benefit and of course our drive to reduce our carbon footprint, it was an idea that we toyed with, that could we fully power this building with solar and no connectivity to the public utility? Many persons said it was not possible, but we, with partnership and local talent, was able to design a system, a pilot system, where we installed 125 kilowatt solar power, took over the entire roof of the building, because the building was designed initially with the idea that we would eventually like to put solar. That project was a success. The bank was able to recoup its investment within 3.5 years. And in any investment standard, that is excellent. We took that and refined those designs, and we have installed at 5 of our locations. Basically, we're not paying anything for utilities. We have a backup generator just in case of any technical difficulties. But over the last 7 years, I think we have been a leader in pioneering solar. Actually, after we have launched solar, we have seen a lot of businesses starting to adopt solar. We've seen a lot of businesses that have gone into niche product as supporting and distributing solar products. You're seeing a lot of homes, individual families are taking up solar. So we, being not just a leader in proving the concept that commercially this is viable, but also being able to encourage others to adopt this method.
And from a kind of business point of view, has this seen new customers being attracted to the bank because of your forward thinking on solar energy?
Definitely. People are forcefully fascinated. How could you power your building without any connectivity to GPL? It's a commercial building. You have hundreds of ACs, you have lights, you have equipment. How are you able to do it? And people were fascinated, one, that you're able to achieve it, and local talent was able to achieve this without much intervention from international experts. And also we crafted some lending schemes to benefit those who want to go into solar, and quite a few customers have adopted solar. They're seeing the benefit because when your bill is cut by half or 75%, they're quite happy, and they get a concessional loan to go with that. So we have seen and expanded that program to retail now, where if you have an individual house or even commercial, you have an existing building, we will still give you a concessional loan to retrofit even the equipments, whether to go to inverter ACs or LED lights, to reduce your consumption on the national grid.
And finally, what is the bank's most significant goal to achieve by the end of this year?
One of which is digital technology. We would like to see the full suite of rollout of our phase one vision of our digital plan. This will include all the back-end integration with our existing systems. This will bring out new interfaces for customers, whether it is traditional internet banking or mobile banking with integrated payments and full digitization of our internal operations. Thereafter, we do have a vision of what we want to see in phase two, and we're in discussion right now with our implementation partners to craft our refined features of what we would like to see in the localized market.
And you've been with the bank for quite a while. This is the first full year as CEO. What's your own most significant goal as Chief Executive during the next year?
While the bank's vision is digitization, my goal is to get the public to adapt to digital. It is quite a difficult thing because you have generations and generations who are accustomed to the traditional banking. You still have customers coming in the bank and say, I would like a book rather than an ATM card. That goal would be to create programs to get the public to adopt and accept digital banking. And we would like to do that holistically. The bank's plan is to build some digital centers free of cost to the public, of course, where you come and we teach you and show you the benefits that you do not need to come in the bank anymore. All of your businesses can be conducted using these methods that we're introducing to the public.
Well, best of luck with that, and thank you for your time today.
Pleasure. Thank you.